Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning my life after leaving the message. And for those people who may not know what I am speaking about, I just want to remind you that I used to be a part of the Third Exodus Assembly in my country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and also Third Exodus Assembly, Trinidad and Tobago. And if you've never heard about Vindial, you can just Google that name, Vindial and the $28 million Vindial court case, and you see what I'm really talking about. And he have all of his messages. I believe he still have them, available on the internet. You can check him out, you can listen to him, and you can judge for yourself. But those who already know who I am speaking about, and those who have made many comments towards me, comments that wasn't nice, because I was exposing this man way before the $28 million, and the records are there to show. So I have the receipts, but I just want to reflect on my life now and my life before. I know people look at my outer appearance, they judge me, and they said all manner of evil against me. They said I smoke weed. They said all these things about me. They were saying be careful, you're speaking against a man of God and all of these things. Some brothers in Africa say that Vindial was a legend. They put him on a pedestal, and they had all these things to say. And I clearly stated in a video that his ministry was finished, and I clearly stated that he was a PROFIT and a mistake, while I was a PROPHET and a mistake. And I said that his ministry will keep going down while mine will keep rising. And that wasn't something I was saying because I just could talk. No, I was saying that because it was revealed to me. And to cut a long story short, I get to understand right now that there's a brother from the Third Exodus Assembly in Trinidad who have gone and formed his own thing and would have taken maybe about half of Indian congregation. But that is like you jumping out of the frying pan and you jumping in the fire, because you see, whatever seed you come from, that the kind of life you're going to produce, unless you're willing to unlearn and relearn and reprogram your subconscious mind. So he's still teaching a historical man of 2,000 years ago. He's still teaching some message from William Branham and so on. It means you haven't even transcended. You haven't even come to the other level. You see, the only thing that would never be a denomination is self-realization. And that's the message I've been teaching. The single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And so I've been teaching you how to discover the light that is within you, and how to let that light so shine before the world that the world will see. So it's not based on belief, it's based on evidence. It's based on practical, because your life would showcase the very thing that you are speaking about. For example, Vindial was preaching against all these different denominations, claiming that he's not a denomination, yet he's claiming that the tithes and offering is what he had together to have the $28 million plus the $2.6 million. But if you're not a denomination, if you're not a religious organization, how are you going to claim tithes and offering, which is supposed to be tax-free, it's supposed to be gift, and so on? And isn't there a process of registering your non-profit your non-profitable business, or your church, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so how are you gonna argue that in court? And if you are Daniel, because you see the set last for Daniel to chop Daniel. If you're Daniel, why are you hiring so much lawyers to defend you? Isn't Jesus Christ supposed to be your lawyer? I'm just playing devil's advocate right now. And I'm saying all of these things to show you, okay, how my life has grown and how the true person that I am can be seen by those who call me names, who call me devil, those who condemn me to hell. Right now, the most I can do is send love to you, give you love. I always speak about how disappointed many people would have been, because as I said earlier in an earlier video, that 2 young men from the Third Exodus Assembly stayed with me when they were visiting St. Vincent, and the way how they speak about Vin, they had him so highly and admire him so much. Man, it must be real devastating for these people. Okay, and I'm saying all of this to show you that you can't just judge a man if you never really listen to the man. Okay, I listen to Vin, I watch his action, I would always remember quite vividly what he said about the pilot. I would always remember a lot of things, because as I said, I was very, very, very observant. I knew something was off. I knew something was wrong. Okay, and there are people down there who never used to vibrate towards me, and I never used to vibrate towards them, because we could feel each other energy. Okay, and the reason why I'm here doing all these videos is to basically help someone, even if it's one person. If one person would be honest to say, brother, I used to judge you, I used to condemn you, I was one person who say evil about you, but I now see what you were saying, I now start to understand what you were saying. That would make me a very, very happy and fulfilled person in terms of me doing these videos and reaching out to you. Not that I am not feeling that way. I already feel that way. Okay? But I really, really would like to hear the testimony of people who free themselves from the Third Exodus Assembly. I would like people to, reach out to me, share your experience, speak the truth. People think I was coming off in a criticizing way to criticize Vin and pull him down. No, it wasn't anything about that. It's me just being real. This is how I've always been. Anyone will tell you that, anyone who knows me, this is how I've always been. So I would really like people to really reach out and speak about, their experience in the Third Assembly. There's a lot I could tell you. There's so much stories I could tell you. You know what I mean? But I more prefer to help people. I prefer, people to basically express themselves, because, they were very deep into this kind of thing. And, Vin, even the Friday night, when the police was there checking the money, and he had the service when everybody come out, when he say, basically, he said they come out for basically news, for comments and so on, right? And he tell them once the word sown in them and so on. You know what he's talking about, because he understand the subconscious mind, how the subconscious mind works. And many a time when I listen to the pastor in St. Vincent, who've been used to tell a lot of things on the phone, okay? And it will be how he used to teach and the things he used to say. I can remember all his sermons, okay? And that's why I know that it will be hard for a lot of people to get away and to get out, okay? But if you be willing to unlearn, relearn, and reprogram your subconscious mind, it will definitely help you. And that is why I'm really sharing my life with you for you to see how much I have progressed since I lived the message. Okay? And I could tell you what my life was like while I was in the message. And you could basically see, the difference and everything. You see, I remember when I had all the hair in my face and all of my mustache and everything, and my hair plait, and they think I was some rasta and I smoking. My brother, my sisters, you have to think deeper than that. You have to be very positive and optimistic, and you have to learn to deal with criticism. You see, anytime people can deal with people who are speaking different to what they've been believe, and they get easily get angry and so on, they're hiding something. I used to hide a lot when I was a part of the Third Exodus Assembly, and I was honest enough to go back to people and tell them I'm sorry, and tell them the things that they used to tell me, it was true. And where I used to compromise, I say I used to compromise. And when people tell me, yo, I went to school with that man who's your pastor, and he's this person, that person, all of that, you know, I had to go back and say, you know, my apology, it was definitely true. Okay, and I'm not gonna all these people, I'm just my friends, I don't ever pass them straight anyway, but I'm just this truthful person that I am. I've always been this one. I will continue to be this way. You can't tell people that they mustn't borrow money from the bank and then you do an advertisement for the bank. No, man, I'm not gonna stay quiet on those kind of things. You know what I mean? There's so much I could talk about, but my brother, my sisters, I just want to show you, you know, how much I've progressed after I would have left the message. And I guarantee you that you would progress also when you leave. You see, there's a difference when you're looking from the inside and a difference when you're looking from the outside. You see, some people try to look at it from the inside, but they never look at it from the outside. But you have to look at it from both angles. And when you look at it from both angles, then you start to understand. You see, if you're part of a church system, it's very hard for you to see the things. But if you remove yourself for a certain time so you can look from the outside, then you realize a lot of things. Like for example, let me just say this, right? There are preachers who tell you that it is your right to go and vote because God give you leaders. But these same men and women are the people who come together to put things into a law, to become a law, right? Go through a bill and so on and become a law and so on, right? Homosexuality, alcoholism, all these things that the preachers are preaching against. Yet they're telling you go and join the system. And then all these things they're preaching against, it has to first be a thought, it has to first be an idea, it has to first be imagined. It's all about the mind. And when I teach you that the Bible is a book of mind science, they tell you no. And you're using your mind to disagree with me. Come on, man. That's being mentally retarded. So my brother, my sisters, this message is just to help you to wake up, to get you to think, and to see the same man who was judging. Many years later, here am I, shining, while Vin is declining. So with that being said, I want to say, if what I'm saying, if it resonates with you and you're interested to know more, I definitely encourage you to check out all of the links that are down below. So with that being said, I just want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.